Welcome to Still Plays Galaxy Heroes. This is Grand Arena, the first match of the first week, Season 44, a 5v5 season, and we begin in Kyber 2 after a 5-4 3v3 season. So we're still playing near the edge, but we're doing fairly well and maintaining a nice little streak within Kyber 2 here. I do want to start very quickly just rounding out some of the teams here. This will be a little faster than usual just because it's no longer as relevant because of we are switching modes. But Savage falling to CLS. This is why I bring up, I don't know if I've brought it up in too many videos. I must have. But this is why I bring up CLS's speed and why it's so important for him to be fast. Because Savage can beat, like that, a Savage of that level can beat a slow CLS. But a fast CLS is going to be a timeout. Then we're looking here with Bad Batch falling to Qui-Gon. This happens, good rate. You can see I forgot the Datacron. I do have it. I just forgot to put it on. I even went through all the effort of getting Ki-Adi-Mundi to relics. Basilisk, that's all fine. Nest here falling to Finn Zori. Leviathan failing the mirror. FInalizer losing, and then this was a match that I win. He failed to full clear my fleet in this, I believe. Round 2, this, I forget exactly what happened. I couldn't get through his defense, I think. My plan did not follow, I did not execute on the plan. Now, Grand Inquisitor losing to my Qui-Gon, his Wampa losing to Grievous. This is why I bring up all the time that a Relic 5 Wampa is not enough, because good mods, good speed, and Wampa loses. Relic 7 makes this consistent. And as we go through the rest of this, Rolo here failing to clean it up. His Negotiator fails Chimera. I think I stopped him from full clearing, but it didn't matter. I couldn't get through his front wall or one of his territories up top. You can see Sidious here falling to Maul. That's a fairly weak team. Fennec, this is him just trying stuff. Final round, nothing to talk about. He did not attack, so default win. With this week's bracket, my opponent here is Space Cullum. He is a 9.5 million GP player, slightly smaller, but everyone has kind of similar GPs within the range, plus or minus a million from me. Zetas are, my opponent's actually pretty light, but everyone's in that 200 range. Omicrons, I have the third most, but I'm above 20, or I have 20, and my opponent's at 19. Whoa, there's one guy here with 8. This guy must be dropping down or something. I don't see how you're in Kyber 2 playing the game mode actively, and I mean, maybe it doesn't matter because he has 7 GLs. I don't know. This is a bracket with 5 7 GL players. So now we're back to more of a normal expectation, where I think the final week of the last season was very weird, where I think it was only like 2 Relic 7s and majority of players had like 5 or 4 GLs. It was a very strange bracket. Looking at Relic units, I am the lightest. That's pretty standard. My opponent is at 156. That is well within the range where I feel fairly safe. Depth-wise, a little shallower at 188, but not problematically shallow. Relic distribution, he's got some advantages here from the amount of relics that he has, but he has a bunch of tier 3 relics. In terms of the rest of the bracket, that guy who has only 8 Amis, he does have 22 tier 8 relics, so that's probably making up a lot for the lack of Omicrons. There's actually somebody in the bracket with more than him at 27, and some players do have some robust tier 7 and tier 9 relics as well. With the mods, my opponent's actually somewhat weak. He's not so bad in the top 25, but his top 500 average is low at 15.25, and I think that is the lowest of the bracket, whereas I come in at 4th in the top 25 mods, and top 500 I'm kind of around 4th again, kind of middle of the pack, but we do see this Jesui guy. He has some, they're very good mods. I'm hesitant to say excellent. No, they're pretty excellent. 83 25 plus speed mods. It's just he has a lot. For maybe just he's a territory war player who just has good everything else. Datacrons, Jesui and I are the most active players. There's 2 other players not too far behind us in the 30s. My opponent is like in top of the second half with his counts, and there's 2 players who I'd call inactive with Datacrons. Leia's, of course, nobody has. She just went active today. Everybody's got Jabba, 3 players without Lord Vader. JMK, JML, Sith Eternal Emperor, everybody has them. 3 without Rey, and I'm the only player without SLKR. Omicrons, my opponent's got 3 Malgus, Gear 12 Iden, 3 Amis on Starkiller, but only Relic 5. Relic 3 Wampa, that's insufficient, but this is actually a bracket of, is it majority? No, half. Half of us with Relic 7s Wampas. Saphages, 1 player without the Omicron altogether. It's the one guy, Je suis. And he doesn't have Traya either. This guy he must be a territory war player. 3 players without Aphra, 2 not using Swolo. We are in a 3 third sister bracket. 2 really good looking Zoris, but there's another 2, including me, who have usable ones. Everyone should have a usable Zori. The Rexes are all more or less the same. I probably have the best one, but mine's not even that great. My opponent's got the Relic 5 Maul, and the rest is fine. No Jedi Knight Cal Kestis's within this bracket, and there are 2 players, 3 players without the Leviathan, and of those 3, 2 of them are ready to get it next time, or at least they have their Darth Revan ready to get them next time. Let's take a look at the quality of modding here. Looking at the quality of the modding, it's got a 6-star Leviathan. I've hoarded a bunch of crystals. I don't think I'm gonna go to 6 stars, but I'm gonna go to 5, maybe 5.5 or something next time the event shows up. With his speed, his Moff Gideon is about 303, so that's what we got. 15, 20, and let's check a couple of these. And his watt is at 299, so Moff Gideon is his final character, so that puts him at 24, which is a little lighter. And you can see some of the characters falling below with Starkiller, Mara Jade, Watt, Dooku, Grand Inquisitor, Jango. Nobody's super problematic though. It looks like he does have the key characters above that threshold, although Chupio would be nice a little faster. But a lot of the strong characters are modded pretty well. Now, as we take a look at his defense, I don't think he's attacked yet. Yeah, he still has not attacked yet. I didn't do my Twitch stream yesterday, which I usually do on the off days between Grand Arena, and because I was working on the GL Leia kit reveal video, which means I did not update my Datacrons. So we have my Sith crons with that current set with like Jedi Phoenix clones. I didn't put any of those on. So I do have the Qui-Gon one. I didn't swap out and put the Datacron here. And Maul, I didn't throw on a cron here. That's a mistake. In back wall, let's take a look. And Trench without a cron. So always put a cron down. Doesn't matter if it matches up or whatever. You should at least have crons on everybody. I don't even know what I have on fleet. Did I swap in Leviathan yet? Okay, so Leviathan is going to be used on offense, and we might have some issues with fleet. Now, with his defense, we're looking at Malgus, Lord Vader. No Maul with the Lord Vader though, so that's going to be easier to manage. His Maul, Raddus. And then down below, we are looking at Jabba, Rey, Starkiller, Traya. I'm concerned about the Traya and the Malgus because we can't gas Malguses like that anymore. The gas just dies. Their relic levels don't match up enough. These Leviathan ready Malgus squads cannot be gassed in this, at least with my gas. So that means Sith Eternal Emperor becomes the solution, which means we need something else for Traya. And I gotta think about that, because we haven't planned a path forward for this. Let's just start with this. We'll do Grievous, Starkiller. We'll just go top to bottom and kind of, I don't know, we'll figure it out along the way. There's some standard stuff that we can utilize that should be fairly effective. I don't even know if I have a Grievous team set up. Here we go. I clicked on a character, which is not what I wanted to do. Go. No crons, because I don't have relics on everybody. Let's go to the full screen. And this should be fine. Actually, maybe not, because these old Ben versions are sometimes I fail against. So we'll see here. Let's get some turn meter. Well, can I get buff immunity? It would make That'd been pretty nice to get some buff immunity. I guess we'll do this. I kind of feel like maybe I should do the healing immunity though. Alright, we an AoE should take down helps. Now, hopefully, yeah, here we go. We can get to Visas. That'll take out Visas. Alright, we're good. And we shouldn't be seeing versions like this too much more. Because old Ben is going to Leia. It would be nice to add some relics to the squad though, just so that I could get more banners. But it's fine. Don't really get into situations where my matches are being decided by banners. I don't know if you guys can hear that cricket. That cricket has been driving me crazy for a couple days now. I think he's in the wall. I've seen him once. He's come out once, and I almost got him, but I just kind of grabbed something near to smash him with, and it wasn't the right thing. And then he crawled into a spot where I couldn't get him, and I've just been hunting him down. I'm losing my mind. All right, let's Starkiller this Ray, and yeah, let's grab a Kron. I don't think we have ideal Krons anymore, so we're just going to grab something. I think I'd rather have something for dark side characters. Yeah, I like this one actually. This is what I've been doing. So let's use this, and get rid of the crit hit immunity on Ray. Throw out those staggers. Hopefully we don't get that bug again that messes things up. It's very rare, but I've actually had it twice. If you guys, just a couple matches ago, we just had timeout when there was like 3 minutes left in the match. Alright, let's start spreading some shock around. We need to start getting people into the... Actually, I want Ray into the yellow. That's more important right now. Let's do that. Now let's get Swolo into the yellow. These are the most important characters that I need in that position. Solo getting Shatterpoint was pretty perfect for me. Let's work on Resistance Poe, because he doesn't have Lifeblood. I'm gonna actually stun Solo though, because I don't like him taking turns. Alright, that's Poe. I should have basicked. Whatever, we got the most important ones into the position that I need them to be. Okay, let's do this. And maybe I'll throw on that Omicron at some point. Yeah, let's get some defense penetration. Just basic. I'm just considering things. I think, no, I'm just going basic. Let's get some offense. No, offense up is this ability. Let's get some offense up. Okay. Hit Ray. Oh, is he not where he needs to be? Okay, now... Pose down. Let's do this. Awesome. Oh, jeez. Alright. Take your turn. We're just... I feel like that's going to take more clock if we keep hitting Solo. Because just going through the animations of him reviving and stuff might start causing problems. There we go. Here we go. Alright. Now, Jabba. There's a number of... Maybe we'll do Merrin to soften him up. Although, is Merrin Traya an option? I feel like Merrin Traya should be an option, but am I missing things? Because Merrin does have the Annihilate immunity. But does that apply to everybody? Because if Nihilus annihilates the wrong person, then does that not work? I don't know. Well, let's go up top. I gotta process this more. Yeah, we got plenty of other things we need to handle. I think we're gonna do Fennec. I need to get my Aphra to a position where she can handle Lord Vader, but I need to throw more investment there. But we're working towards Leia right now. These are the free-to-play choices that we're forced into having to deal with. Okay, why are you at the bottom? It's not a good place for you. Are these what I want? Do I have Beskar Mando? No, he's on defense. Okay. Let's go. Bam's more important for the Maul versions anyway. Alright, that should trigger it. Yeah, let's get another Frenzy up, because I don't know how it... Let's basic... I should have AoE'd, or mass assisted, because then he would have Annihilate. That was a mistake. Wasn't thinking about it at the time, and I regret it already. Okay. Alright, he's down, that's fine. We'll actually even do this, yes. Because I want to use this to take out Vader. Yeah, we're fine. Alright, Tarkin will be down in a second. This is a very weak Vader comp. Alright, let's start throwing armor shreds on Vader. Alright, Tarkin's down. I'm going to manage this for a moment. Oh, and it's a Relic 7 Vader, really. Haven't seen one of those in a while. That's nice, actually. That's very nice. Alright, let's get this kick. Heal up, call a nice little assist here, get him into the red, armor shred. This should do it? Yes, okay, great. Great. Which then puts us where? Okay, we're gonna do our JTR Swolo thing. There's no Datacron, so this should work fine. We are gonna have to do this in the future without our buddy R2. But R2's not, R2 helps. R2 is nice. We do get that. Actually, does Swolo get that stat boost? Is it for, it's not light side characters, it's Galactic Republic, Resistance, Rebel. Yes, so Ben's not getting any of those stats. JTR is. It's fine. I need to throw in a couple bodies. I've been using... They have to be light side characters because of what's in Ben Solo's kit. I've just been using... You can't use Hondo. Hondo does not work. I've been using Armor and Nest just because I haven't been using them elsewhere. Is Nest on defense? Where's Nest? Nest must be on defense. I can take Biston. No, you know what? There's something I want. I might goof around with Jabba. Let's take Cody, because we're not going to use any of those clones. Grab let's grab the speed up. Accuracy, crit damage, offense, armor pendant, nah. Crit chance, crit damage, offense. That's pretty good. And do I need this? Light side, health. I'd rather have this crit chance and crit damage. And I like these stats. We're going to take these stats. Okay. And let's do our thing. Doesn't always work. This works less frequently in 5v5 because of the stat sharing, but let's see if we get it. Oh, so close. And then this is what's nice about R2. We'll force everything onto JTR. I am going to do one of these little armor shred things. And we will throw healing immunity on Beskar Mando. Flames for everybody. Okay. Because we can ignore taunt, we ignore stealth. Let's see if this will take down Maul. It's only relic 5. Ah, so close. He's going to heal up next turn, and I kind of need... as long as he doesn't... Okay, that's not ideal. So he can't die, but now he has to be the one who stays exposed, which is not good. I will throw this on him though. He will get Beskar. And it means I'm probably going to ignore Maul for a moment. Actually, you know what? We can probably take out armor. What? Okay, come on. Is it only on his turn that he ignores protection? I mean, he has the Ami that ignores protection. That's what would cause it. But I don't think we're really getting it. Oh, and now they can die, which is bad. This is not good for me. It means this counter has messed up this time. You best not be dying. He can't die, purple. Can we take out... Do we try and take out Bow, or do I try and take out the armor? Let's try and take out Bow. Oh my god! Does he need to be like at full health or something for it to do the damage that I want it to do? I hate it when it fails on me. Especially up against these weak ones. You know what? Let's play it out. In 3v3 it is so nice. In 5v5 it's inconsistent. Alright, I think we might do some dumb stuff. Okay. So this, we're going to Scythe Eternal Emperor. We're not going to do the dumb stuff yet. But I kind of want to learn some things. I'm feeling experimental. Oh my god, I can't give you a full squad. Then I'm gonna give you, I kind of want Savage for, you can have Malik then. Do I need Vader? Vader I need for Aphra. Or do I give Malik over to Traya? And I'd rather it be Savage. Maybe I use a GL here. All right, I got a plan. I think I got a plan. We're not gonna use Scythe Eternal Emperor here. Oh, he's going. Okay, we'll see how he's gonna participate. I prefer him going, because that means I know if I can goof off or not. I don't think I can. We're gonna do Scythe Eternal Emperor here. I think I'm gonna use a GL up against his Malgus, and we'll 2-hit the Jabba. If we lose on efficiency, we lose on efficiency, but I think this is gonna be the route we take? I'm gonna bring in Malgus, throw on a date, not Malgus, Malik, and I'll give him, we'll do this. Yeah, that can't work. I can't use that one. My Talon's not Relic 7, so it doesn't matter regardless. And we will link Savage and link Traya. Maybe I want to link Nihilus. But Nihilus can't annihilate Sith Eternal Emperor, so we might lose Malik, but that wouldn't be the worst. Like, that's not going to lose us the thing. You can clearly see I haven't done this before, and I haven't done it before because this is a new GL for me. Newish, and new, very, very new at Relics. I'm still playing out different learning all these various teams. And if there's any nuances I need to know, or if this is fairly idiot-proof. And I have no idea so far. Oh, okay, so, oh, well, then, alright, then let's link Traya. And link Nihilus. Now we don't have to wonder about it. Oh, I should not be attacking Nihilus right now. Alright, we got the ultimate next. Alright. Let's just auto from here. I don't know if you can hear those crickets. There's multiple. I did do some caulking earlier today, so at least inside the apartment they can't access, and they have limited their options to getting back out. But it's like inside the door jam. Like it's right in there by the front door. This is an older place. There's holes everywhere, and they have crawled inside the door jam. So I can't effectively get to them. I need to get something to eliminate them. We're gonna two-shot this. There's a couple different things we can do. I think we're gonna start with Night Sisters. And, oh, I don't have Ventress. We don't need Ventress, but I don't have Ventress. Okay. But now that those crons expired, I can move around some of these characters. Like I had, what do I want? Now that I have the Ami, I don't know, and she's at Relic 7, I don't know what the ideal use is. I assume it's that one. Okay, just spread a bunch of plague around. I do not want you to die. Please do not die. Daka. I should have brought in Talia, because Talia would be another heal. Alright, Chrysanthemum's going to be dead whenever he takes a turn, but we might just... I'm concerned about Daka in the meantime. Oh, that's basic. Oh, and I did not think about Boba Fett. The execute could cause problems depending if who he targets. Okay, well, we just lost this. Can we take out anybody? Oh, that's not good. Well, that's terrible. I did not think that was going to happen. It doesn't really doom us. Because I have prepared contingencies. This is why I didn't want to use Savage a moment ago, but ooh, it does mean we're missing a Sith person to pair with you. What if we do Second Sister? I'm not going to use Second Sister elsewhere. I just want a body for the most part. We can't use data crowns. I don't have relics. That's good enough. Maybe we should have brought in like Thrawn. Alright, we'll increase the cooldowns. Basic. We can lose this if we get too many thermals on my Nihilus. So I am gonna, ooh, do not, don't. Alright, we're gonna lose it. Okay, it doesn't matter now, we can't, well, maybe we can take out Bossk with an AoE from Scion. We can at least soften them up for next time. This has gone as badly as it can go. Yep, going pretty badly. I'm just wondering, maybe we can do a little more. Terrible. Just terrible. Let's just auto. Okay, what do we got here? Great. I was really hoping not to have to resort to a GL here, but now we have to. And it's probably going to be JMK, which means Malgus. I did not want to bring JML up against Malgus. I guess we have to. What I need to do is up the relic levels on a lot of characters. It's one of my big projects right now, but it's one that keeps getting delayed and put off just because I do not have the signal data and everything that I need for all that. I gotta bang on the wall and quiet these guys down. I'm gonna lose my mind. I guess we'll just do the health damage effects. Do I care about that right now? I think I do. Let's just do it. Whatever. We're gonna have the advantage. It's fine. They don't have Bossk, which is gonna severely slow them down. I'm going to wipe out Chrysanthemum here. And before he comes back, hopefully take out Lando. Alright, now he's back. Alright. You know what? Let's ignore taunt, so let's use the ultimate. He's down. What do we want to do? Let's get rid of Boba Fett. Alright, get rid of Boba Fett. Perfect. And now we're going to focus in on Jabba. But you're off the ultimate now, right? Can I ignore taunt? No? Alright, we'll throw an armor shred over here. And I'm going to work on getting a full charge. Got a full charge. Now we'll focus down on Jabba, just ignoring a Chrysanthemum, throw an armor shred. Alright, through the protection. Land that healing immunity. There. Done. Let's just auto from here. I'm gonna bang on the wall after this and see if I can climb those guys down. I'm gonna have to get something to try and take them out with. That's a tomorrow problem. Part of the problem is with these hollow walls, the noise is reverberating through the walls. I feel like it's much louder than crickets normally are because of it. Or maybe it's just my proximity to it right now. Alright, what's this back wall? Phasma, Bossk, Zam, Mon Mothma. No big deal. And he... I don't know. Maybe we'll check his history, see how much he cares later. Right now, let's work on clearing these problematic characters. We still have Aphra. We still have Grand Inquisitor. Alright, we are gonna want... I don't know, let's bring in these bodies. Let's bring in a Bastila for the Cron. Ooh, you know what? No, we're not gonna do that. Because we can potentially have multiple teams here. Let's do Old Ben, and we're gonna. Oh, is she on defense? I wanted Ayla. She's on defense because I have an Ayla Cron, and I don't have enough bodies here. Because I want a full team for this. It's just I have the Bastila Cron, so I'm just trying to see who I'm depriving from Jedi Knight Revan. We'll still use it, but. I kind of like that Elecron. Yeah, let's just AoE, get rid of the Foresight. Let's throw Master's Training on Luke. We can't stun right now. Let's just start doing the inherited teachings. See if we can deal with this Sean problem. Ability block would... Oh, we can't. All these little nuances to kits, you know, it's just so much to keep them all straight. I needed to bring in a cleanse. Okay. Just calling Yoda. I just want that. Come on. I'm misplaying this. This is also why I didn't want to bring JML in this situation, because JML can lose this. I should have brought in Jabba Revan. I wanted to split up those characters. That's basic. Don't die. Oh my god. Alright, this is bad. Because now I'm out of... Now I have to use gas. It's a terrible position to have to use gas in. At least we do have a Kron that we can put on them. This will give us... I want the speed up. Alright, basic speed up, critically hit, crit damage, offense. Good, that's good. I should have just brought in Jedi Revan and Jolie. Trying to take it easy on it was a mistake. Alright, Armor Shred, AoE, clear the Foresight. I need Arc Trooper to go. Okay. We have to hit Malik, which is not what I want, because I didn't want to kneel yet. Alright, the trick. Stand up. We didn't get Arc Trooper yet, though, is a big problem. This is terrible. That's a silver lining, at least. Can we take... Oh, please, don't die, don't. Go down. Awesome. Alright, if we can get rid of Revan, perfect. Alright, let's get rid of Marauder. Okay, we're good. Alright, that I needed for all the little things that have not been going my way this match. Which, this has been happening a lot more lately. And it's just because these bigger accounts they're moving ahead. Because they're able to move in multiple directions. I kind of have to choose one and stay dedicated. Right now, my one direction is Leia. Okay. How do I want to handle it? We can Aphra the Raddus if we need to. We can... Oh, I have my own Raddus. Oh, I can generate Revan this probably, right? What's on the back wall again? We had a Mon Mothma back there. Bossk Zam. Oh, and a Phasma. That's all easy stuff. Okay. We're fine. Alright, we're gonna Aphra Raddus. Alright. Oh, this is what presets are for. Savage is gone. Let's take this. This is just an auto. All right, let's talk some nonsense. All right, so the DC movies are on Amazon right now, so that's given me a good excuse to watch the ones that I have missed, which is a lot. I've watched Birds of Prey and The Suicide Squad before. I watched those closer to when they came out. The Suicide Squad's amazing. I love it. It is great. I want to watch it a lot more, but it's James Gunn. It's obviously going to be good, but it's also just so quirky and funny, and with the characters he chose that he wanted to work on and use within the movie. Birds of Prey, I like the plot, I like the story. It is really held back by the fight choreography. The fight choreography is really poor. Why? I have CLS? Do I want Jedi Knight Revan? How many Jedi do I have? That's a 3-man. Let's CLS this, even though it's not really what I want to do. Oh, we can grit it up. Oh, I could have used this on Jabba. Grit works on Jabba too. I don't know if grit's going to come into play up against these guys though. Yeah, so the fight choreography in Birds of Prey is pretty terrible to the degree that's distracting. Usually it's something I don't really care about, pretty forgiving on, because it's a small thing, but it's because it's distracting. That is what makes it a little bit more frustrating, because it's not like, I'm trying to think of a movie. Like there was a big change to action movies when the Bourne movies came out, because what was his name? Paul Greengrass, I think, is the director. The way Paul Greengrass directs action is in this really choppy, hard to film way. They're particularly good, like him and his editing team, they're particularly good at doing it in a way that's not problematic. The problem is, it is a very effective way at covering up for the fact that your actors don't know how to fight. And so it became very popular. Everybody started copying it because it made for more convincing action sequences with different actors. And it's something like, you can see it in The Dark Knight a lot. The problem with everybody copying this technique is, oh my god, the damage meter is never going to come off. Oh my god, I didn't think about that. This is a timeout. All right, we're going to auto and just talk about nonsense. Because the turn meter is going to keep getting removed from Han. That was a miscalculation. I didn't even consider that. It's terrible. So the problem with that editing technique is it's very easy to overdo and exploit. And so it is basically infected action movies. It doesn't infect Birds of Prey, but it's something. It actually would have helped Birds of Prey, because Birds of Prey is more like an old school action scene where they show the characters, but everything's moving very slowly, and it clearly looks choreographed. It doesn't look like a fight scene. I'm trying to remember what my exact point is that got me off onto this tangent. I forget the exact nuanced point that I'm trying to articulate here. Birds of Prey. I was talking about whether or not something is distracting or not. In the poor imitations of that Jason Bourne style, those movies, they're not as distracting with their fight choreography because the way the editing covers up for things. Although once you're aware of the editing technique, it becomes something where it's a little distracting, and it's something where it's very disorienting of a technique. If you look at like the Dark Knight, you look at the fight in Hong Kong, that fight sequence is done in that kind of way, and that I don't think is very good. It's not terrible. It's not great though. But it's also, so if you want to see like a good action sequence, it's like the John Wick movies. That's what, or you watch any martial arts movie. These are done in a way where it's step back. They don't hide the bad fighting in the edit. Because those people actually know how to fight, so they're able to show it. This is actually something that Jackie Chan talked about, where you can tell whether or not somebody knows how to fight based on how far the camera is being comfortable from the action. The closer the camera is to the action, the worse the fight is. If you're showing the whole body, that means you have the confidence that you know this is going to look good on screen. Birds of Prey is showing the full body, and maybe it's just because they're using a director that is less familiar with action, so wasn't aware that this was going to be the trade-off. But because these are actors who don't know how to fight, the scriptedness of the choreography is just what reads through in those moments. It's particularly bad in the funhouse sequence of Birds of Prey. Anyway, that's my only problem with the movie. I actually quite like that movie. I think I just like watching Margot Robbie's acting in general, but particularly her Harley Quinn. But so now with these DC movies, I'm watching some of the other ones. The only other one I had seen, trying to make sure that is since like the Snyderverse began, is Man of Steel, and I hated Man of Steel. I think it is. The story is bad. It doesn't have any feeling or deeper approach to it. It just has so little to say. Like an action movie doesn't have to have a ton to say, but it should have something to say. Like I just watched Violent Night, which came out I guess like a year or two ago with David Harbour as Santa, basically doing like a violent Home Alone kind of thing where Santa shows up. It's fantastic. The reviews on it are terrible. I think that's going to become a cult favorite if people find it. That movie doesn't have much to say either, but it still is operating on a little bit more of a level than just blow up a bunch of buildings. That Man of Steel is... I don't even know what we're doing anymore. I don't like getting held up. It frustrates me and puts me in a bad mood. We're still going to keep talking about these DC movies. That's probably going to be the... Is there something I wanted to do here? I don't think so. Let's just Wampa this up. Oh, do we need to... I guess we technically need to test Drogue. No, we don't, because I didn't gear him up. Maybe we'll use him anyway. We're just going to hit auto and keep on this topic. So, Man of Steel I watched. Zack Snyder doesn't like Superman as a character. He also, like if you've read interviews with him, he just, like he's the guy who reads, he's just kind of a bro. And that's what's going on. Like I don't like The Watchmen either. See, what's happening with The Watchmen is he reads The Watchmen and all he reads are like the surface level. It's just action and the plot. But if you, Alan Moore is telling a very nuanced story that is operating at multiple levels. It's commenting on superheroes as a genre. It's commenting on colonialism, capitalism, and the United States imperialism. All of those things are being commented on, and also on society in general, with how to manipulate society and how we view certain figures within it. And it's almost none of that isn't within the Watchmen movie. He just distills it down to the panels and kind of glorifies violence when the comic itself is a strong rebuke against violence. It's just like he doesn't get it. And the same thing's happening with Man of Steel. He doesn't get Superman. or he outright rejects it as this antiquated idea. But with Phasma here, so it's something like the same kind of thing happened with the initial efforts with the Star Trek reboots with Discovery and Picard. They tried to like make it dark, but the idealism of Star Trek was not a bug. It was not some antiquated idea of the past. It was a feature of it. That is what people liked about it. Superman being a Boy Scout is not a problem. It's not something to reject. It's something that actively works about it. And if you are not telling this story from Superman being the Boy Scout, you are not respecting the character. You are not being honest with the character. And then this is when you get people to start turning on things. Like in that Wolverine Origins movie with Deadpool, where they just rewrote the character and the merc with the mouth had no mouth. It's frustrating when things get changed like it. So I was kind of just out on the Snyderverse from the beginning. Although the Man of Steel trailer is kind of amazing. You know what? Let's Ser Junda. Because I'm just not even paying attention anymore. And I love Ser Junda. But I also know this works. Because I've done this a number of times. So there's nothing really to see here. I feel like am I going to have to re-record some of this? I feel like the audio levels are off. I don't know. Maybe it's for the best. Does this ignore force? Is this evadable? Can't be evaded. Great. Alright, let's take out Phasma. Oh my god. Can this be evaded? Great. Okay. We're good. Oh wait. TIE pilot as the Ami. I've got Territory War Brain. You took her out? It's not allowed. Alright, come on. Let's throw this at Executioner. It would have been a waste on TIE Pilot with how little health he has left. I've got a larger thing that I've got a larger rant in me about Superman. I'm going to avoid it because really the point here is I've been watching a lot of the DC movies. So I started off with Aquaman and Wonder Woman because I know those are supposed to be the better ones, and I did like them both. I like Wonder Woman more. I think it's stronger top to bottom. Aquaman has some pretty bad dialogue, but the story works, the visuals work, the action works, a lot of things work about it. The dialogue doesn't. The dialogue is very, it was in that way of like, oh, comic books are for kids, it's not serious, we don't have to write a proper script kind of dialogue that used to be much more common, where it's just like people who don't like, it's the kind of dialogue that is written by people who don't read comics, and they are they're writing in a way that they think comic books sound. Which, in some ways, I guess comics did sound like that, but like in the 70s. Comics haven't sounded like that since the 80s. Because like if you go back and read like the Chris Claremont X-Men comics, those, like every single issue, you have the characters, you have the X-Men saying their names and what their powers are. Because they were just written in this way that there's a new reader every month. And that somebody's coming in fresh every month, so they're always trying to re-familiarize the reader with the abilities and the characters. That fortunately is no longer a thing, but it was a thing. I do think it did inform how some people probably viewed comics for a time. Alright, grab this. Zam. One thing that was very impressed by both Aquaman and Wonder Woman was how good they look. They look really good, and what I really appreciated with them is, and with both of them, is the CGI graphics added to the movie, added to the visuals. Because a lot of the time, the CGI in Marvel movies is the worst part. It's some of the stuff I hate the most. Like, I do not like what they do with, like, Ant-Man, Quantumania, that kind of stuff, where it's just this, like, 3D blah. That, or just, like, some of the fight stuff that they do, where they're just trying to do the fight sequences with the computer graphics, but it's just lifeless and dead. The camera is not operating the way that any director would actually utilize the camera. It's kind of mindless. You see it like in the Black Panther movie, and Black Widow are really famous with how some of the CG graphics are within those. Like, you can kind of see how poor they get. But some of the fight sequences and the computer graphics sequences within Aquaman and Wonder Woman were great. Really, they use those tools to make things look better and to make things look more fantastic, not to just like get the job done, which is what a lot of the recent Marvel movies in particular feel like. Even when they're not like in like I didn't like Doctor Strange as much as some people, just because I thought I liked Multiverse of Madness a lot more. Oh, I should have used JKR here. I forgot. Oh no, we just are cleaning up. Never mind. We're fine. We're fine. Let's clean it up with Wookiees. Because in Multiverse of Madness, what they've done is there was a lot of color and style to the graphics. Now, with the first Doctor Strange movie, they were doing it in a way where they created... It was very large and stylistic, but it was very washed out in kind of what inspired them in that Christopher Nolan kind of way. That's appropriate in a Christopher Nolan movie. But it's not what I wanted with a Doctor Strange movie, especially if you've seen the comics. Like, the comics are like psychedelic. Like, those comics were written by people on acid trips. The comics themselves are an acid trip. And so, like, that's kind of what you're expecting. And I'm probably going to have to mark this down for the ads now that I'm realizing that I shouldn't even have mentioned that. But whatever. This is going to be disaster. Complete disaster. We'll just be what we can. We can't clear. I'm not going to try to. So we'll Chimera this. Wait, no, we're not going to Chimera this. Just in case, I'm going to Malevolent. I don't know. There's reasons you don't see me Chimera the Executor. I'm not going to do it. But then that means I need a sacrifice to give the Malevolence a chance here. And my sacrifice fleet these days is not what it used to be. Let's give him a soldier, Jedi Consular. Do I have the scimitar? I got it. Yeah, here, the scimitar. Well, you know what? Maybe not the soldier, because you know what we have? I can't use all the Scythe. So we got 3 starters and 2 slots. So that means one of these ships. Okay, 1, 2, 3. No, never mind. 1, 2. Yeah. That's all we have anyway. So it has to be soldier. Everyone else has a use. We need more ships. Alright, we'll auto mess up some cooldowns. Just stay on Houndstooth. I don't want to. Great. Alright, I need to be careful with this. Be careful. Yeah, so that's what I've been watching. Finally filling out those spots. I started Wonder Woman 1984. It's kind of bizarre how different it is. Like, it looks completely different, but it's the same director. I don't know if it's the same writer. The script is worse. I was expecting it to be far worse than it is, at least so far. Like, I find it completely watchable. It is annoying that there's no 80s music within it. What did I lose? Oh, I lose Sunfac. Okay. I gotta pay attention. I can't be talking right now. This is why I don't live stream my matches. Because I very easily mess myself up. That is not who I wanted to be marked. It's kind of the worst one. Okay. Please let me take him out. Let me take him out. Alright, that's not good. Is there any benefit to bringing him out now versus bringing out a droid? I think I'm going to bring out a droid. It's too late now. Yes. Okay. Okay. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. What it means, Chimera. I mean, the Negotiator though. The Chimera is so good up against the Negotiator that I really want to do it that way. I would really prefer to use the Scythe here, but does that make any sense? Or do we do Scythe versus the Negotiator? Because I think I've done that before and I've just been really disappointed by it. I don't think we mess around. I think we can find ways to pick apart the Executor if we have to do it. But what we're going to do is we're going to keep the Defender because we don't need it. You can have the Reaper, right? No, Reaper on the front line. We'll give the Bomber. No, I need the Bomber. Alright, let's do that. Right? Yeah, let's do that. Alright, we're gonna do this. AoE. So the crickets are worse because yesterday there was only one driving me crazy. There's at least 2 in there. I'm hoping they're not making a nest. It would be terrible. Alright, that triggered that thing. Can we just take this out before something I don't like happens? Take out the Y-Wing, please. Perfect. Not exactly what I hoped for or wanted. Alright. Pretty good. He's going to take his turn. Boom. Not great. Let's take out Ahsoka. Heal up. You're focusing on the wrong one. That's not what you should do. Plo comes on now, huh? Do I got another Chimera in me? I don't know if we're gonna get to it. Yeah, not gonna happen. Alright, we'll have to clean that up, but we got rid of all the important ships. I can probably do a lot of things up against that. Now we will Scythe this. I don't even know if this is really a good idea. I don't really have a sense of how this is going to go. I gotta keep him alive. Don't die. Don't die, don't die, don't die, don't die. No! Alright, fine. We'll bring in other stuff. We'll bring in other stuff. That fast, huh? Yeah, this isn't gonna work. Alright, let's do the... Alright, we're gonna have to use FInalizer here. We're running out of ships. Alright, FInalizer will clean this up. And let's take out Plo. Yeah, so let's throw Hunted on 5s. That's probably a better idea. Actually, they got crit hit immunity. Yeah, let's definitely go after 5s. Alright, they're just not going to let me play this the way that I want. Target lock? No. This one. Okay. Turn meter. That many ships? You can see the lack of relics on these pilots. Alright, turn meter. That, perfect, that takes him out. That's good timing on that, I guess, but he did have crit hit immunity. Turn meter. Well, let's see if we can stun Plo. Actually, just do this. Take him out. Okay. I can see the shift in my speaking because I have to pay attention now. Alright, we're gonna have to do Leviathan. Have to, we don't have a choice about it. Do I not have a preset for the Leviathan? Well, you know what we have? We've got this. Is that how I want to play it? Wasn't the fighter better in mirrors? I still haven't done my homework on this thing enough. Let's just say that it is, and we're gonna start with it. Because I need any edge that I can get. And if I lose it, I'm gonna lose anyway. Although I don't know if I have the reinforcement leveled up here. Because I was never planning on using it that way. So let's just start like this, because at least he has a reinforcement. We're going to lose anyway, we're 4 stars. Just that fast? When I read the kit for the Leviathan, I thought it was just going to be a slower capital ship because of how powerful so many of these things are. I gotta do my homework. We got a daze. I think we might just use this one. Let's do this. I don't even remember what these do. So critical hit immunity. Target Scythe breach. Yeah, we want to target the bomber then. Oh, I should hit the dagger. You don't have debuffs, I'm just gonna basic. Do health down here. There's 4 sights. Let's do this. Okay, who do I want to target? Target ally recovers health, so definitely the one I was looking at. If I was gonna lose a ship, this I feel like I was actually doing somewhat decent. Like there was a point where things were looking fairly well for me, but there's too much I don't know about how to play this fleet yet. Because mine's 4 stars, I've been avoiding using it in Fleet Arena. So which means I've been avoiding to learn how to properly play it. It's something that I need to start doing. But we got 7 days or 7 days-ish until the event returns, which means I will be having more stars on it soon, but that also means a week of Grand Arena, maybe a week plus of Grand Arena, or potentially 2 weeks. Yeah, because lock-in will probably occur first. So 2 weeks with 4 stars that I still got to deal with. I got to work on learning systems. Plus the update today did something. It sounds like there might be a bug or something going on with the fleets too. I'm just kind of letting this play out and seeing what. We can't beat this. All right, we're gonna just clear the Executor and be done with it from there. This we can't beat. But there are still ways through here. We can still Raddus this and then clean it up with Raven's Claw. If Holdo gets her chance. Alright. Focusing down on the tank. AoE. I feel like this is a rough start. Now we use this ability. We will. So we can get turn meter versus. No, that's fine. Yeah, we'll just basic. That's not good. Alright, let's bring out a tank. So we gotta buy time. AoE. It's bad. Okay, we can't beat this. We're not gonna get to those turns. Okay. It's not out of the realm of possibility. Raven's Claw is actually somewhat strong against it because it can ignore some taunts and stuff, but it falls apart really quick. Okay. Fine, I don't care. I'm gonna basic only because I'm hoping to. Let's let Raven's Claw hit. Oh no, let's do this. Now we can focus in on Slave 1. Alright, Slave 1's down. And now I'll bring in Phantom. And heal up a little bit with the target locks. Now we can hit Cad Bane, because he's got target lock, which means we can ignore the taunt for it. We get buff immunity now. But now it falls apart. Now let's heal up. No. This fleet's just missing too much. Like if Red 5 comes along and gives like a persistent buff immunity, that'd be pretty nice. Alright, it's done. We're not clearing these fleets. I could have played things in a different order, but I got a lot of homework to do on these fleets to play it differently. I guess if I trusted my Chimera, when just Chimera'd the Executor and then we could have Malevolence the Negotiator, and that would have been easy. We still wouldn't beat the Leviathan. That wasn't going to happen anyway. But we'll check back in the morning, see if he is going to participate or not. Because maybe he's going to give it to me. Maybe he keeps playing and does some damage. And round 1 was a loss. The bigger problem is this loss knocks me down into Kyber 3. I think we got one hold up here. There wasn't many holds. He one-shot most everything. So Maul here gets a hold. Maybe underestimated it. Maybe the Datacron helped out a little. And then in the back territory, he did not attempt anything with the Profundity. And everything else has been one shot. Next time we'll fix the Datacrons. Everything will have, everything that can will have a Datacron. We'll adjust a couple things. I want to do some testing, like this sortie team here on the back wall. We're going to want to do some Lobot testing, so that'll be coming off. We'll make those little adjustments. But congrats to Space Column. Tough defense, but and we'll be working on climbing up into Kyber 2 to finish the week. We're going to need 2 wins to hold on. And we'll wrap it up there. The GL Leia kit reveal video is out. I'll put it right up over there. And we're working on a few other things in the meantime, but these videos will be coming out at a decent pace. Malgus is on the way, and come the start of the week, we're looking at another roster update, which you guys have been really responding to in a very positive way, so we're definitely going to keep that stuff up. But thank you. Be excellent to each other, everyone. This is still Plays Galaxy of Heroes.